beginning. And I think it's a good opportunity for us to walk you through a couple of the myths of the arts, some things that you might have been told, and basically why they're not true. Because some people, I'm going to be completely honest, guys, some people like to tease people who study the arts. And I want to give you guys a couple of things that you can say back to them if they are going to push your buttons about it. The number one myth about the arts is that the arts is just a filler degree or it's a bridge degree to get you from not having enough ATAR points to being able to get in the degree that you really wanted to do. And while it absolutely works to do that, you can use an arts degree to help you get into a degree that you really, really want to do. That's not its only purpose, and it should never be viewed that way. The arts is a degree where you really get to dig into some of the fundamental problems that make up our society, not just nationally, but internationally as well. And the arts is equipping you, it's all about equipping you with the skills to be able to address and solve those problems on paper, and then hopefully in the future in person as well, using your hands, using your minds, and using your communication skills as well. So the arts kind of sits at the very soul of humankind, of human interaction, of human society. And by taking an arts degree, you are saying that you are willing to understand the very kind of foundational elements that make up who we are and how we interact with each other. So it's a big deal. It can completely change your outlook on life, the way that you interact in society and how you approach future careers. So if you want to do the arts, that's fine, but take it seriously because there is a lot in here that can change the world. And I do mean that very seriously. The second myth is that you don't actually learn anything. It's just like a random thing. You rock up to a few classes a week and you like sit in a circle and hold hands and sway a little bit and think about how the universe is a great place. As I flagged earlier, the arts is kind of intrinsically linked to human interaction and society as well. So it's all about understanding and learning more about why humans are the way they are, how they interact with each other within various different disciplines. So, for example, within the geography major, it's all about understanding how humans interact with the natural world and how things like climate change can be addressed through professional communication, through problem solving, through advisement, through research, all of those sorts of things. Within the sociology major, it's all about studying human interaction and the way that humans work together within a society. And that can lead you directly into things like education and social work. So there are so many important disciplines that exist within the arts that teach you such important skills about how to interact with the world and how to solve really pressing problems that in some cases do mean life or death. So it's definitely not just sitting in a circle holding hands. There is a lot more to this degree. The third one is that you can't get a job. This is, I think, the favorite. Lots of people like to joke that the arts is just a path that you'll take for a little while and then you'll kind of stray from it, not being able to get an actual job. I think one of the most important things to know about the arts is that the arts fosters transferable skills. So yes, jobs that you can get within the arts discipline are not non-existent. There's actually many of them. They might be a little bit rarer than others, but that doesn't mean that they don't exist. And if you find that you can't get a job within the exact niche of the discipline you studied in the arts, you will have mountains upon mountains of transferable skills, critical thinking being the most vital, that will completely change the game in every other career path that you take in your life. Genuinely, art students stand out on resumes. They stand out in interviews. They stand out in the work that they do within a job because they are equipped with a deeper understanding of the world, a greater empathy for the world, and just a higher level of curiosity, creativity, and critical thinking that other students lack. So it is honestly a way to be upgrading yourself, to be providing yourself with the very best possible chance to be extraordinary post university. So the myth of not being able to get a job is certainly not true. If anything, the arts is going to propel you into work that you may not have thought possible for you in the future. The final one that I wanted to go through is easy to get into, easy to get right. So a lot of people think that because in general, on average, the ATAR requirement or rank requirement to get into an arts degree is lower than others, then it must be easy to interact with. This is not true. The arts is a lower rank, but it is honestly because universities across the nation want to encourage students to be taking arts degrees for the very same reasons that I mentioned before. These are the skills that are going to change the world. These are the skills that are going to propel you into extraordinary career opportunities throughout your life. These are the skills that are just going to make you better people with a greater understanding of how people across the world are hurting and how we have the opportunity to make it better. So this is an incredibly useful, important degree and discipline to be studying. So we want to encourage people to be a part of it. And just like every other subject, it has easy elements and it has hard elements as well. You're going to be pushed beyond what you were pushed to do at school. Let me promise you that. So you're going to be challenged. This isn't a degree that you can just breeze through. No trouble at all, no study required. This is something that you're going to have to put a little bit of elbow grease in order to get the very most out of it. So if you think that, oh, I'll just do an arts degree because it's super easy, not a big deal, let me warn you that that was certainly not my experience, and it's not the experience of many, many art students that I have talked to. So ready yourself for a few challenges along the way.